Place after the preliminaries, the first of the 3 final dives. They've already done 8.
She's doing a back dive in a straight position. It's a fairly easy dive. They're required to do one of the required dives and then 2 optional dives.
And the judges, we hope will be holding up some numbers, but of course we can't tell you what they are right now. Here's Kelly Telschow. She is the leader after 8 rounds.
Reread, please. Restore.
And we're checking on the numbers here, 6s and 7s, but apparently they want to take a look at that again. There was some malfunction. As Kelly Telschow waits.
Scores 5 1/2, 7, 6.
The scores range from 5.5 to 7.
Nice reach on the dive here, and then very nice entry. What's going to separate these girls is going to be their optional dives.
Here is Kelly Telschow, leader to this point.
Kelly had a nice forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. That again is a dive that's not a required dive.
Kelly, the senior from Palatine Fremd, finished 2nd in this competition a year ago.
Came out a little bit too early.
And here is Erin Cowan. She is currently 2nd.
She's doing a forward 1.5 somersault in the free position. Same dive as we just saw. With a twist to it. Very nice dive.
Now, Erin is a senior at Crystal Lake Central, and her scores range from 5 to 5.5. So I did not get Kelly Telschow's scores. She has a decent lead, a pretty good lead actually, of 10 points going into the final rounds. Here is Amanda Cruz, a sophomore from Champaign Central. She stands 8th.
Wow, nice little dive. A little long on the entry and it went over a little bit.
Reverse 1.5 somersault.
Pike position.
And the scores are ranging from 4.5 to 5.5.
She's one of the few that didn't start off with a optional or required dive.
Reed Evans stands 10th from Champaign Centennial. Reed is a sophomore.
Going to reverse dive in the pike position. Nice pike. A little bit far away from the board, but did have a nice entry.
You hear the scores being announced in the background. From 4s to, there they are, 4s to 5. And here is Lydia Ball, a senior, a teammate of Reed Evans at Champaign Centennial. Lydia finished 6th in 1993.
She's doing a reverse dive in the straight position. Called the layout position. Now she has some nice scores.
From 6 to 7, a nice high score there. We
remember they throw out the highest score and the lowest score and count the middle 3.
Laura Benedetti, sophomore from Hoffman Estates, stands 6th.
She's doing a forward 2.5 somersault in the tuck position. This is an optional dive.
Had problems with that, and that will be reflected in the scores. 3.5 and 4s and a 3. And what happened here, Bruce?
You can see that she goes over a little bit too far and doesn't get her hands out in time to protect her head.
Julia McDonald stands 3rd.
That was a nice dive. Forward 1.5 twist, straight position. Low degree of difficulty, but she did a real nice job with that.
Junior from Springfield High School finished 8th in the diving a year ago. And here is Hannah Shin. Hannah Shin finished fourth last year. She stands fourth now. Hannah from Fremd. She and Telschau are teammates. Hannah's also a gymnast for Palatine. Sixes and 6.5s for Hannah Shin.
Her gymnastic ability comes into play here. She's quite a twister and can get around real easily and then into the water. Great job.
Looking to improve her position. And now here's Kate Ennis from New Trier. She is 12th of the 12 finalists.
Just made it in. She did a forward half twist dive, straight position.
4.5 to 6, the range there. And here is the only freshman in the finals this year in the diving competition, coming up from Barrington, Liz Olson. She stands 11th.
Just 13 years old. And a forward 1.5 somersault. Pike position. Feet came apart a little bit at the end. Fairly typical on that dive.
Decent scores, generally around 6-0, some 5.5s. For the freshman, Liz Olson of Barrington. And the final contestant from Rockford Guilford, Heather Gagliano. Heather is in 7th place after 8 dives.
That was a forward dive and a half twist in a straight position.
And that is the first round. So with 2 more rounds to go, once again we come back to Robin Yachter of Palatine. As you see Heather Gagliano going off, and her scores from 4.5 to 5.5, mostly in the 5.0 range. It's tough to read that scoreboard. We'll try to, and it's even tougher to come up with the formula, so we'll keep you abreast as much as we can. Here's Robin Yachter.
There's a back dive and the 1.5 somersault, pike position. Very difficult dive. See what kind of scores they give her on this. Oh, 5s, good scores.
5.5s for Robin Yachter, the 5.0. Looking to improve on her 9th place standing. Here's your leader, Kelly Telschau.
Out at the end there. Very much in control, doing a forward dive and 2 somersaults in the pike position.
6s and 7s for Kelly Telschau. Stand her well. She had not the best dive that she wanted on her first attempt. Now here is Erin Cowan in 2nd place from Crystal Lake Central.
Doing a forward 2.5 somersaults in the tuck position. Nice entry. Her feet came apart a little bit at the end. But she got 4.5s and 5s. Watch the feet on the entry here. That's one of the things that the judges look for. They judge the takeoff and the finish and what's done in the air too.
Amanda Cruz standing 8th from Champaign Central.
Two twists on that dive. Again, a very difficult dive.
5, 5.5, 5, 5.5, 4, 4.5.
She's got the 2 twists and is able to get her arms back down at her side, which is a requirement of the dive, and get good entry.
Marks 4.5 to 5 for Amanda Cruz. Here again is Reed Evans standing 10th.
Ooh, nice touch. Wow.
4.5, 5.5, 5, 6, 5,
4.5 to 6.
4 1/2.
Again, that scoreboard is tough to read, but
1 1/2 somersault.
there are decimal points in there somewhere. Lydia Ball, the other diver from Champaign Centennial, standing 5th. Lydia Ball with decent scores there from 5.5 to 6.5. Laura Benedetti from Hoffman Estates. She is 6th.
She's doing her required dive now. Forward 1 somersault, 2 twists. Able to get her hands down this time.
5, 4, 4 1/2, 5, 4 1/2.
From 4 to 5, the range for her marks, Laura Benedetti.
It's going to hurt her a little bit.
The number 3 stander right here, Julia McDonald of Springfield.
Forward 2 somersaults. That dive.
6 1/2.
She's leaning a little bit on the approach. Gets up real good. Look at how nicely tucked she is, and real nice entry. She had plenty of time for that dive.
And here is Hannah Shin. Had an excellent first dive. She is 4th.
Inward 1.5 somersaults. Pike position. Very difficult dive.
Hannah Shin looking to move up from the 4th spot. And gets...
She's real good position. A little shaky there, but good position. Looks like she's going to hit the board, but she's in plenty of control and real good entry.
marks of 5 to 6, the range. Here's Kate Ennis.
6, 5 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, 6 1/2.
Hannah's gymnastics ability showed out there, and a great toe point, good entry. Here's Kate doing a reverse. Kate Ennis doing a reverse dive, 1.5 somersaults. And Kate's over a little bit on that dive.
Kate Ennis, the New Trier senior.
4 1/2, 5, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4 1/2.
And gets the 4.5 to 5 range. Those numbers on the bottom, by the way, the 1.8 is the degree of difficulty. The 5.22 is the type of dive. So that will give you a little bit more of an idea of how to read the scoreboard as we go to
That'll help
the
them.
freshman, Liz Olson from Barrington.
Doing it back, one somersault, 1/2 twist, free position.
And Liz got a smile on her
Big
face.
smile on her face. She's happy with the dive.
Yeah, and so are the judges. They give her generally 5.5 and 6s.
This dive, I guess, looks very difficult to me. But she looks very much in control of it and was able to get it in nicely.
And here is Heather Gagliano, standing 7th.
Heather did a back dive with somersault in the free position. And scores 4.5s and 5s. Real nice dive.
All right, here's our final round now, and again, all these scores will be totaled up, and we'll get the information to you as quickly as possible. Robin Yachter from Palatine with a back
dive, 1 somersault, 2.5 twists, free position, 2.7.
It's a tough one.
Wow, but she did a nice job getting it in, didn't she? Wow, nice job.
Marks of 5 O's, 4 5s, and 5 O's.
That's going to help her. She was 9th after the preliminaries, and she should move up.
And now our leader, Kelly Telschow.
Key dive for Kelly.
The last dive of her high school career, and she's looking for her first championship.
First 1 somersault, 1.5 twist. Very difficult dive. See if she keeps the score.
5.5s and 6s for Kelly Telchow. And again, not having the calculators and slide rules. Boy, am I dating myself. She would seem to be pretty tough to beat right now. And here's the person who has the best chance of beating her, second place, Erin Cowan.
Erin's been diving well. Could have used a little more turn on that dive.
Cowan, also a senior, 4s and 5s, and 3.5 there.
There's Amanda Cruz doing a back 1.5 somersault, 1/2 twist, free position. She saved her easiest dive for last.
Did it nicely.
That's a required dive. And here she gets a nice lift off the board and gets it in really nicely. Nice, see that entry, get the toes pointed, legs together. That's one of the things the judges are looking for.
One judge liked it enough for an 8. Most of them were 6s and 6.5, so good effort. Reed Evans.
Reverse 1.5 somersault in tough position.
4.5 to 5.5, the range for Reed Evans. Another sophomore, and here comes the senior teammate of Reed's, Lydia Ball. Stands 5th. Evans was 10th.
Oh, nice tuck. Got her legs out a little bit harder at the end, but 2 somersaults, 2.5 somersaults on that tuck position.
4s and 5s, the range for Lydia Ball. And here again, Laura Benedetti, sophomore from Hoffman Estates.
Forward dive, 2 somersaults, tuck position. 2.2 is the difficulty on this one. Ooh, looked a little more difficult than that.
Had some problems on the rotation, 2.5 and 3s, and that will not help her at all. Laura Benedetti not happy with that dive. Here's Julia McDonald coming up next. Julia, the 3rd place contestant right now from Springfield.
She's finishing up with a low difficult dive too. It's a required dive, but she nails it. Does a nice job with that. 1.6. 6s and 7s. Real nice dive. Good takeoff. Very much in control. Comes out in plenty of time to get her dive in. She saves a little bit, but nice dive.
Holding 3rd place right now, and here is Hannah Shin in 4th place. Junior from Palatine, Fremd.
You knew she'd end up with a twisting dive. She's such a great twister. Back dives, 1 somersault, 1.5 twist.
6 zeros and 6.5. Good effort for Hannah Shin, her final dive. Here is Kate Ennis now from New Trier. Forward 1.5 somersault and twist.
Yeah, let's watch this again here on the replay. Looks like she's leaning a little bit, rushing it a little bit, but good takeoff, and then for her last dive of her high school career.
5.0s and 5.5s for Kate Ennis. And from the senior, we go to the freshman, Liz Olson.
Back inward dive, 1.5 somersaults. Tuck. Judges may take off, and she rocked a little bit at the beginning there, and judges sometimes don't like to see that. Looks like they're trying to get a little momentum going off the board.
4.5 and 5.0s, her marks. 1 3.5 you see there.
Judge number 4.
And the final contestant, Heather Gagliano, in 7th place from Rockford, Guilford.
Another senior. And she's a little short there on that dive.
3 1/2, 3, 2 1/2.
Evanston High School, let's catch you up on the diving awards, and there is your winner from Fremd High School in Palatine, giving a hug to her teammate and 2nd place finisher Hannah Shin. There is Kelly Talshow, and her championship point total 423.25. Kelly goes out as a senior with a championship after having finished 2nd as a junior a year ago. Let's take a look at the totals right here as we look at the full board, and a happy Kelly Talshow and friend Hannah Shin, who won this a couple of years ago, finished 4th last year, comes up to 2nd from Palatine. Julia McDonald stays at 3rd. Lydia Ball moves up to 4th from 5th. Erin Cowan, who had been 2nd before the final 3 dives, drops to 5th. Robin Yachter moves up to 6th from 9th from Palatine High School. Amanda Cruz finishes 7th. Heather Gagliano moves down to 8th. Reed Evans from Champaign Centennial, 9th. Kate Ennis from New Trier moves up from 12th to 10th. Liz Olson, the freshman, the only freshman in the final 12, stays at number 11, the freshman from Barrington. And Laura Benedetti finishes 12th. The sophomore from Hoffman Estates was 6th going into the final 3 dives and had some problems at the end. So that is your situation at the girls diving finals.